Leo, how you doing, guys? So we're here to do a 1st to the 15th of August channel messages and also past and present tarot reading. But the future reading of 1st to the 15th will actually still be for Tier 2 members. If you want to join, what we do over there for the 1st to the 15th is we look at that reading for you. We clear everything up, basically. Trying to clear up. Someone's trying to clear something up. Clear something up. Some energy around you, Leo, is trying to clear itself up. Okay, there needs to be something that is perfectly clear. So I don't know what it is. I need to make this perfectly clear to someone. So I don't know if you're going to have a conversation with someone and you or they are going to make it perfectly clear to one another. But whatever it is, it has to be clear. I think that someone has a conscience. They have a conscience, and on their conscience is something that is not quite yet resolved. And because it's not yet resolved, someone has got a conscience. Well, we'll go into the rest of your channel reading, but I will explain everything towards the end if you want to stay tuned. Okay, but something about tuned. Stay tuned. It's like I need to stay tuned. I need to stay well tuned in order for something. I need to keep tuning in and tuning in and tuning in. Okay, so churning in. Something's churning. Okay, something within the stomach as well is churning. You might be nervous for some reason. There might be something of an energy that's approaching you through this time, Leo, where you know that there's nerves that are around. It's also that this energy is getting on my nerves. There's something that seems to be getting on your nerves, Leo. Now, again, please don't relate this to your love lives. It can be anything, but they're saying something to do with the nerves, right? Now, the nerves are obviously neuron receptors to do with the brain, so it's how you're thinking, of how you're manifesting something that you know needs to be cleared up. Because it's all I could hear straight away was, I need to make this perfectly clear, and I need to make this perfectly clear. But what you need to clear up is something that's constantly happened, Leo. Right? So the things that I actually wrote before of those messages was, this is bound to happen equals Capricorn energy, right? Don't have to be Capricorn, but it can be around the devil energy of obsessive thinking, because they said that, well, this is bound to happen, this is bound to happen. That's all I could hear over and over again. This is bound to happen, this is bound to happen. It happened before, it happened again, it happened before, it happened again, it happened before, it happened again. Well, I keep saying 5, right? So it might have something to do with 5. Also alive. Johnny 5 is alive. Johnny's alive. So I don't know. It feels like I'm alive, and then I'm... Oh, okay. So I'm alive, then I'm dead. That's what I heard. Could have something to... Could just literally be Scorpio energy. I'm alive, then dead. I'm alive, alive. Okay, so it might have something. When I was young and my heart was an open book, I used to say, live and let live. You know you did, you know you did, you know you did. And in this heaven-changing world in which we live in, makes you give in and cry. So live and let die. It's a bit like, well, just live and then let it die. Oh, okay, you could really be dealing with anything controlling. I don't know why, because I keep seeing this obsessive thinking, right? Now, control is many forms of things, but live and let die is something where control will let it live and then watch it die, and then let it live and then watch it die. You could be dealing with Scorpio energy or the Tower, but watch it live and then watch it die, and then watch it live and then watch it die. It's something like a plant or something, or whatnot, because, see, that would still relate to control, because that's just sowing the seeds of destruction, of watching things grow in order to not reap the harvest of what you're manifesting. It's like, let's not reap the harvest and let's just watch it all just pile to the floor, right? So that is part of control. So there might be that energy around you, Leo, because that's search and destroy. It would still have something to do with Mars, but let's search something out, research it and research it and research and do loads of research, but not use that research in the manner of what you're actually... Because it's kind of like you're constantly trying to figure something out, right? Facts, figures, everything else. Matrix, yeah, hopefully you've watched that. That might give you some sort of insight. Matrix Part 4, Dream Catch Me, right? It's a lot about our dreams and manifesting our non-reality, because a dream is just a figment of your imagination. If you have a figment of your imagination, it's not reality, and you can destroy that, okay, which I don't have on my plate at the moment, which I did on that, which is like in your little plate, in your little bubble, you have loads of little bubbles of memories and stuff that creates your reality of your dream, right? Because it's not come true. I got a car, I got money, I got perfect love life, I want this, and I need this, and that's my dream. But what I'm going to add into that also of non-reality is also fear. As soon as fear gets in, it's just like blood cells and everything else, right? It's in your blood. Something is in your blood. It's saying it could be something to do with, like, it's in my genes, and it's something in your genes as well. So you might have lost some money. If you have, it's in your genes. If you're looking for something and you wear jeans, it is in your genes. Okay? But it is also genetic. There is something that is going on around genetics, around family, right? But that would still represent Leo. So something is genetic. Generic also, Eric. I'm also picking up the name Eric or Erica. Okay, Erica or America. Something is happening in America around genetics. Okay, so it could be analysts around America, but they're saying something's going to happen in America. Okay, I did pick up some disturbing messages also through the past, but I don't seem to be channeling those for you. But for a few other signs, man, I've predicted some stuff as that I'm really trying not to predict, but it just came out. Okay, because I started connecting with a Jeffrey Epstein and a child offender and things like that, and you know, predictions, they just come from anywhere, so there might even be something that you just witness and see. Okay, and so it doesn't necessarily always mean you. It just means that if I'm channeling for you, it will be something that happens that will impact you in a certain way. Okay, impact. Also, I'm picking up impact, impacting, packing. Some of you could be packing up, packing up. It's a bit like pack it up, pack it in, let it begin, right? So if we look at research of, this is a completely different way of looking at things, because I don't normally channel this way, but it just seems to be coming through quite clear. So it's like, we need to clear something up, but because of search and destroy, it's kind of like making me feel a little bit anxious and nervous about something that needs to be cleared up, but it's like, I need to make this perfectly clear. Now, I really don't know if you're going to say this to someone, but they're going to say it back, which is like, I need to make this perfectly clear, right? So, because it feels like I've done it before, and I've done it before, and I've done it before, and I've done it again. And it's like, oh, if I've done it again, and I've done it before. And then you start to destroy your reality, you see. You put too much pressure on bringing karma to people. It doesn't matter about what people say. You know, you can watch 1,000 tarot card readings, and someone can give you a general reading, but it can still all be part of one energy, where you can't ever blame or have another opinion and say, because the title was this, it's meaning them and you, because you'll get all messed up with that, right? So basically what it is to do with is really information that you seem to be gathering but not using it. And I don't know why. It's like analysing a situation, but analysing it, going over it, and researching, right? But too much research, it seems to be too much research. Or Reese, the name Reese or Rihanna? Reese. Reeses. Some of you might be eating too many Reeses. Or there too many reasons. It's like there's too many reasons, is what it is. There's too many reasons why. It's kind of, it really does relate to the Matrix thing that I've done. But there's too many reasons why. It's like 5 reasons why. Is it called 13 reasons why? So some of you could be watching 13 reasons why. You might get some messages through that. Right? But there are so many reasons why that there seem to be so many tapes. Right? Tape after tape after tape after tape. Right, too much black tape, what do they call it? Too much red tape, sorry, too much red tape. Too much red tape. Like, something to do with someone's tapes, my tapes. Now, these could be recorded videos or tapes. It's like there's too many of my tapes. Taps, also taps. Too many of my taps. Sink. Sinkhole, I actually predicted that one, and someone said that actually did happen. I forget, Sam, right? Sam? Yeah, I predicted a sinkhole, and I said it's in the sink. And then I said if you've lost a ring, it's in the sink. And then I come up with it could be a sinkhole, and someone's driving into a sinkhole. I don't know if that's relating with this star sign, but that was the past channeled messages. But something to do with like sinking. Something is sinking. Again, something is sinking. Like heart sink, or sinking it, like synchronization, like swimming, or we're in sync. Right, we're in sync. So you're kind of in sync with someone. Like you're tuned in with someone, but no, they're just saying that you are in sync with someone. But you're also sick with someone. This is a marriage. Is this in sickness and in health? There's something to do with sickness and a health condition as well. But it's genetic. And it's in sync with What is it in sync with? Sorry, I'm not talking to someone, I'm talking to some spirit. What is it in sync with? Nothing. It's in sync with nothing. So it's kind of like that I'm in sync, but there is nothing. So there is nothing. There is no problem. There is no problem. So is this self-sabotage? Yes, is what they're saying. It's self-sabotage, which is the growing and destroying, right? It's self-sabotage energy of a dream. That's what I'm saying. You can sabotage a dream by having the dream, right? But then self-sabotaging it by adding in fear, which would relate to Leo energy, right? Which is the strength, right? So you don't want to get confused with what strength and self-sabotage is, because is that it's loyalty and all this kind of stuff, but where does your loyalty lie, right? So you can lie to oneself by relying on another. I think we're kind of getting there, Leo. Hold on a sec. It's like that I'm a self-reliance, but lying to oneself. Because I keep picking up Leo energies through some readings, right? And I keep coming up with lying, right? And now that is either a physical lie, or it's a white lie, or lying to oneself. But it seems to be like this lie that someone keeps going over. Now that can actually be with a lie within oneself, right? Is that I'm lying to myself, and I'm lying to myself. Or I'm all by myself, don't want to be all by myself. See, if you think that, like, I'm all by myself and I don't want to be by myself, then you're still creating fear. You're still creating fear. Because a lonely soul, right, will attract in a lonely soul, right? So if this is all by myself and it relates to the song, and it's I don't want to be all by myself, but what I want is someone... Because I'm coming up with self and selfish, some kind of energy, right? Selfie, like a selfie, like a picture of a selfie or something to do with that. Unless this is Facebook and the thing of Facebook and the selfie, I don't know. But they're saying, I'm just going to give you catchphrases at the moment, because I heard self-centered, center, some kind of center. Now this is either a physical object and it's a center, or it's a centre of attention. That's what they're saying, Leo. Centre of attraction, centre of attention. I need to be centre of attention. You see, it is. You are coming through this search and destroy of one's own dreams through centre of attention. So, I mean, trust me, I don't know. You can be you, someone else, or I've got no idea. But they're saying centred, self-centred. But if you see someone as self-centred, then why are you going over it in your head if you see someone as self-centred? Because the other person will just see you as self-centered. Self-sabotage. They're saying that... I don't really know what they are saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like, well, that's what I'm saying. I don't really know what you're saying. What are you saying? Because this is why it's confusing someone. Because they're kind of saying, well, I don't really understand what you're saying. What are you saying? And if someone isn't even saying that, but they're going over that, saying, oh, well, I don't even know what to say or how to say or what to say, when to say, you see, you're still creating fear. You're still creating that. There's too much thinking. Right? Because don't forget that you're a fixed sign. Right? And fixation of a fixed sign, that's what it means. Fixated. Right? You're fixated on being that sign. Right? So you could be fixated on another fixed sign or another Leo. Two Leos. Fixating. Fixation. Asphyxiation. Oh, I'm hearing asphyxiation. Breathing. Because I didn't want to bring this up, but one of the words I picked up was bondage. I heard bondage, right? And I didn't know if that meant that, or if it meant, because they're saying asphyxiation and bondage. So what on earth are y'all doing? Breathe, right? Or breathe, like breathe, bereavement, breathing, grieving. See, if you're grieving, you're not recovering, right? Because you're grieving, so you're making it happen. People make things happen by grieving over something. Because when you grieve over something, right, you agree to disagree. And if there is no agreement within anything, and you just bereave over something, but you've not breathed, or see, this might be something to do with the coronavirus, I really don't know, because they're saying something to do with breathing. Breathing. or breeding, like breeding a baby. Breeding. Some of you might be broody. Broody and moody, it could be have something to do with your cycle, but it might be broody, moody, cycle, or children. Breathing. Ooh. It's saying something to do with a child's breath. Or breast. Breast. Breasts. Someone's breasts. I don't know. Are they nice? Are they not nice? I don't know. Breasts. Could be chicken. Could be something to do with chicken. All that came up in another reading. Who did I do that for? Oh, 10:10 on the clock. Physical time, not this one, that one. Physical time, 10:10. Well, you just have to believe me, but it's 10:10. Chicken, I was saying chicken. When the chicken crossed the road, it was something to do with like crossing a road. Oh, it could be Cancerian. Something about crossing a road, or it's chicken. Like, what's that saying? When the chicken crossed the road, the chicken or the egg? What came first, the chicken or the egg? But what's that chicken crossed the road? So I don't know. Something to do with roads, the place, roads. Okay, or roadhouse. The roadhouse. Drinking. Yeah, what was that? How was that one? Well, I hadn't had that for a while. Jim Morrison, Roadhouse, Roadhouse Blues. Down Roadhouse. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out because normally I'll get a message through the song. Going to the Roadhouse, the future's all set and, oh, wow, I haven't heard that. Well, the future's all set and the end is always near. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll, baby, roll. Let it roll all night long. 'Cause when the future's all set and the end is always near. When the future's always set, the end is always near. That's what I'm saying. Someone's kind of like, well, the future is set, which it is. The future is set for you to experience it. Right? But every time it's always near, it's always so far away. Like it's so near, but also far. It's like out of reach, so far. I've never had your heart. Something like, I've always had it, but I've never had it. It's kind of like this belief, right? I've always had this happen to me, and I've never had it before. Oh, so this could be someone that is experiencing sex and they've never had it before. Oh, so be careful. Oh, okay, be careful around a Cancerian. So they had some very strange messages. Not saying that that is them. I'm just saying there was something of an off-the-cuff remark, a sex offender, an offender bender. Right? It's like I've never had it before. Like I've never done this before. I've never had this before. What, like a passionate love relationship? Like I've never had it before? I've never had a love like... Never had a word like... What's that one? Someone's listening to music. You and... I've never met a girl like you before. And I never had a girl before. I've never met a girl like you before. So what, is some people in a same-sex relationship? Or is this for men? Because I am picking up on a same-sex relationship as well, without having to tell you what I wrote that could just, it's offended. Offended. It's offended. Oh dear, okay. An offender. No, oh dear, no, Spirit. We don't want to try and relate that one to that one. Because it is slowly coming through, but you're going to have to watch that Cancerian reading, because I blurted loads of weird stuff out through that and I was very distracted. I've never met a girl like you before. So someone could be in a same-sex relationship because, like I say, it could be two women, but if two men, that would kind of be like someone that's very feminine but a man. So that would still be like a girl in a way. I don't know. I'm just channeling more feminine energy. Like I've never met a girl like you before. Well, you go, girl. You go, girl. That's what I'm hearing. Someone that does that. Well, you go, girl. You go, girl. Go, girl. Well, my boyfriend's bought more milkshake to the yard. What's that one? I don't know. I haven't heard that one in ages. My friend bought more chicken to the yard. Something like that. Boyfriend's bought more milkshake to the yard or something. Well, bring your shake. bring your shake. Don't forget your shake. Don't forget your milkshake. Whoever that is, don't forget your milkshake. Right? Some of you could be mixing shakes. Mixing shakes. Mixing. Hopefully you like Angel Radio. If you've never heard it before, please stay tuned. But there is plenty on this channel, and I've got to change the name. It's actually called Lucid Dream Tarot Music, but it is actually, I've got to change the playlist to Angel Radio. But there's another channel called Angel Radio as well, if you want to tune into that one. But it could be something to do with mixing and mastering. Some of you, mastering and mixing. Trust me, that is a whole ball game all itself. You can make music all day long, but you've got to know how to master and mix. Right? You've got to know how to EQ. Some kind of EQ or B&Q. EQ or B&Q. I don't know. Because I'm picking up someone's not doing it themselves. I don't know. Listen, if you want anything mastering or mixing or any music making, just give us a shout, bruv. I don't know what I'm picking up there. Something to do with music. Well, I'm the music man. I come from outer space. Something to do with the chicken. It is. That was it, wasn't it? Hold a chicken in the air. Hold a chicken in the air. Stick a deck chair up your nose. Fly a jumbo jet. And then bury all your clothes. Someone's burying their clothes. It could be a Scorpio energy. But I don't think they'd be sticking a deck chair up their nose. Unless someone's putting something up their nose that they shouldn't. Oh dear, no, we don't want to get involved in that sort of stuff and putting things up one's nostrils. No. Okay, we're going off onto some future stuff. How you doing, Leo? So there's some very strange intergalactic messages from out of nowhere, from outer space. Someone is out of space. Man, someone's listening to what they call space. Something to do with MySpace. I don't know, does that still go on, MySpace? On MySpace. This is on MySpace. This is on my terms. Or you might have mites. Mites or bites. Mites or bites. Some of you could be bitten or forever smitten with a kitten. Some of you could have a cat. Or your name's Cat and you're forever bitten by a smitten cat? Smith. Could be called Smith. You might be from the UK then. If you're called Smith or Dave, trust me, you're either Dave, John or Smith. Either one. Or something to do with a cat. Hi Cat, sorry. Hi Cat, the moderator. Hi. Something to do with a cat, about being bitten or forever smitten. Some kind of smitten. Smit. What? Smear. Some kind of like, I don't know, I'm hearing a smear. Why am I hearing that? Smitten. Kitten. Someone's kitten. Someone's got kittens. Might have kids or your pups. Might have baby of kittens. A litter. A litter of litter. Someone might have a litter. So you might, what is this, animals or kids? Animals. It said animals. But I'm definitely picking up on some kind of like animalistic behaviour. But like acting like an animal. So physically, is this a verb or it's an animal? Someone's an animal. Someone's like, oh, you're an animal. Animal. Emma. Emily. Or an animal. Email or Emil. I used to know someone from Poland. What was his name? Emil from Poland. He was Polish. I'm sure he's Polish. He was called Emil. Lee. I'm also picking up Leal or Lee or Bruce Lee. Could be from China. I don't know. Was he Chinese or what was he? Korea. Was Bruce Lee from China or Korea? I'm hearing South Korea as well, or my Korea. Michael. Also hearing Michael. My Michel, ma belle, sont des mots qui vont très bien ensemble, très bien ensemble. I love you, I love you, I love you. Someone loves someone. Anyway, so let's see, Leo. Here we go. So, like I said, we are only going to do present, past and present. The future, is it written or is it not? Do you believe in free will? I'm not going to go into that one again. Right. Future is written. These are your future predictions in here. Okay. The only reason I started to believe in that more, and not in that, these are not future predictions. You have free will in order to change it. They are just advice for you to change it. I don't think so, but I'm not going to go into that. But they are future predictions. Right, so we look into the 1st to 15th over on the other side. And then we do whole spread for you, 1st to 15th, whole spread for your partner. Okay, pretty much like you versus them. But we look into deep patterns of third parties, love, work, career, perfect, whatever. Okay. Young hearts are foolish too many times, but now I'm determined. I'm going to get it right. Some of you are determined that you're going to get it right this time. This is right on time. Wow, who's listening to the jams? This is Jam Hut. Right on time. This is someone that's a timekeeper, right? They keep their time precious to themselves. This is right on time. But you have to go to this king here, whoever. Has to go to this king. No matter what. This king wouldn't come to this page. This king is someone that is entrepreneurial, very busy person. They're probably very wise, also influential. People could go to this person for guidance and advice. So you could have clients, a lot of clients that have been coming to you, but for advice, right? But in the past, we've been looking at someone that has been, well, someone's just basically took a turd in a cup, basically. This is a bird that's took a turd in a cup. Is it? Yep, this bird has dropped a fish. Oh, actually, I thought it was a turd. You might be thinking that a fish is a turd. I don't know. Someone's dropped a fish in a cup. Dream, catch me when I fall, or I won't come back at all. Someone's dream is a fish, because it just got dropped right in a cup. I just got dropped right in the middle of this. Someone got dropped, or it might have been I got dropped by a water sign, or I dropped. What did you drop? Someone could be using eye drops. Drops. Well, someone's well, I mean, see, the pages are very difficult energies because the pages don't deliver messages. They actually think about them. So someone's thinking, well, are you working? Or are you not working? Are you a cool girl? What am I hearing about? Are you a cool girl? Because I'm a cool rider. If he's cool enough, it can burn me through and through. Yeah, something to do with like, well, you might have been talking to someone. Wow. So y'all been having some fun somewhere. But like, I mean, you've got a night now. So this is a one night stand, a one offer, one chance offer. It's kind of like going, gone. I've been thinking about this offer, but the night here is all headed towards the king. So there are many different patterns in this, is that someone could have had two options of people, right? The reason why that's confusing me is because this knight, right, is delivering a message to a page that is thinking about it, right? That is all going towards a king to make a decision over either one, two people. But why would the same person come steaming into a page to think about sending the message that's already sent, right? So if you can you see that? Sorry if the camera is So you could have 2 clients, 2 children, 2 things, 2 people. But again, I'm getting slightly distracted by this Knight of Wands passionately offering to a page, which is more than likely like, well, I'm talking, but... So this Knight here, this can be an energy that's felt around someone erotically, right? But we'll find out. What's the King of Swords? Because you might be thinking about a water sign, but having a one-night stand with a different sign. Because this Knight of Wands is more than likely you. Okay? So what, have you been thinking about sending a message, but physically not? Because the Knight can be like, well, I'm really thinking about charging in with this person, and then, oh, hold on a minute, no, just stop. I need to think about how or what I'm going to say. There is something that is distracting this Page of Cups. King of Swords. But we are looking at the past. So because we are, well, nearly to the end of July, who knows what this past is going to be, right? But let's see, what's the King of Swords in the past? Sagittarius. So you might be talking to a friend or a brother or a sister, right here. Or there's 2 sisters or 2 blisters. Someone could be having carpet burns with blisters. I don't know why I'm picking that up. It's either the sisters or the blisters. What? My spirit gets me to say some very strange things. What's the Temperance for? The moon, the mum. Your mum could be a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Sagittarius in their chart. Could be the mum. It does look a little bit auspicious, I must say, because there's the moon, which always means that there is more to the fact that people can't see it, right? So it's a bit like, well, I can't see you yet. I have to wait. I have to wait before I can see you. That's what I'm saying. There's a very strange energy here around, I've got to wait first before the coast is clear. What's this Page of Cups? Page of Cups is you, Leo, thinking about a friend. Thinking about a water sign and offering. What's the Strength card for? Yeah. Well, that's you thinking, but man, there's such auspicious energies because they're aces that's out of reach. There, it's out of reach. It's like it's there just at my grasp in order to just try and take it. It's like I'm so tempted in order to take this or send a picture of a picture of myself, or they have you. But it's like I'm so tempted to think, and like it's just there, but like there's a bit of self-doubt of like, I don't know, you know. Knight of Wands. It's more of a think before you speak kind of energy. Knight of Wands. Ooh, that might be why. Because this could be 2 people, that's what I'm saying, because you've got the 3 of Swords and the 10 of Swords, which is 4, which is around Scorpio kind of energy. But that's also being drained because the 4 of energy is taking a break and a rest, and the Knight is like fast energy. So there's kind of like this, I'm heartbroken, and I don't know whether to walk away because this energy 10 here is walking this way, right? Towards you, it's walking there, but it's walking this way, right? So it's kind of like I'm thinking about it, and I've got a message, and then I'm like, no. There's something that's causing me to say no, and then I'm thinking about the offer, and it's like at my reach, and then it's like, no. It's like I'm watching or doing or wanting, but not actually taking that action to actually have any of these cards that mean a prominent 100% yes, right? So what you've got here is a third energy. is a third energy, right? Now, any third energy can be any third energy. Please don't relate it as there's three parties of anything, right? That's just a Cinderella's tea party, right? But that's here possibility. And someone's self-doubting and thinking, well, am I interested in someone else? Or are they interested in someone else? Or are they interested in me anymore? Or are they not interested in me anymore? Me amour. Someone could be from France. Bonjour, ça va? But, like, it's strangely auspicious. There is something that's suspicious. Someone's suspecting something. Like, I'm thinking, I suspect something, I want it, I feel it, but I don't know. Or, because this is general energy, this is a general energy around you, right? So there could be third-party energy, as I'm saying. It depends what like attracts like. If you think and you fear and you think and you fear and you sit in this energy, your fear can create anything, right? So your fear will create soulmates. Because everybody is kind of like on the spiritual kick, soulmates are everywhere, right? From past, present, future. We call that energy in, right? So what you've got here is a chance of something, but self-doubt. And why that tells me that someone could have called in a soulmate to help spiritually with self-doubt. Because 3 is also Pisces, and I said someone got dropped here, and 3 is Hangman Empress, right? And it would be a Pisces air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and it could be this energy here that's around the moon, right? So the third person could be their mother, maybe, but it could be a fact of like, let's have a look at present tense for Leo. So presently, someone's definitely still got a torch for someone. There's definitely a phallic connection, because this is someone that is thinking about doing it to themselves, but they're not actually communicating with someone. There's more thinking involved than doing. But that's an abrupt ending. That's abrupt because someone's fearing something abruptly, interrupting. Like someone's like, oh, I don't want to interrupt you. But if that's a thought, someone's worried about being interrupted. Oh, I'm picking up a strange energy. So this is it. This is it, right? This is the truth here. There's an opportunity in order to speak, but someone possibly doesn't know how to approach a tower because they don't know what the outcome is going to be. Because if someone's very aggressive, standoffish, you bring karma to someone in a negative way, you get a negative reaction, right? It's a nuclear explosion. You can leave those ones. Radioactive. Let's see. Queen of Wands, presently. So you're looking forward to the future and feeling optimistic about it, right? Well, with one card, that means optimism and truth. Speculation. Someone's speculating something. Something's occurring. They're accumulating. The Tower, Virgo, you see? Still that same energy here. Leo, Virgo. Leo, Virgo. See, Virgo energy, don't forget, Virgo energy is a number 9, right? 9 can relate to codependent energies of tarot, right? The 9 of Wands, control, narcissism, gaslighting. This is unaware, this is having an awakening and being very auspicious about being alone. Right, which is what you do when you come out of the matrix. You're completely alone, right? So that's how you feel when you have an awakening. It's a complete mental trip. Trust me, I've had 70, right, through my period of time. I've had 70 awakenings. So I know what that's like when you first start waking up, because your belief changes. It gets mixed up. It changes all the way, right? All the way along your karma, it changes. Your belief changes. So everyone changes but you. Everyone changes but you. We're 1,000 miles apart, but you know I love you, girl. We said goodbye. The taxi cab is waiting. Well, that's the only song I ever loved out of that one. Before I have to go, oh girl, I know the situation's changed. Someone's trying to change the situation. They're trying to turn things around. But you've got to turn around, bright eyes. Ace of... So your page again. You see, the Tower is controlling the dynamic, right? Virgo energy, because it's 9, can be trying to control the dynamic within themselves of a low vibration of too much thought. The Tower is thought. Trust me, that's a light bulb moment. Aha! Right? Aha! Who's to blame? Right? Where am I shedding it? That's why it's shedding of skin. It could be in your shed. It could be someone that's in your shed. Right? But, or Shed 7, I'm hearing the band Shed 7. Well, it is a, sorry, that is a 7 as well. It could be a life path number 7. But Shed 7, shedding of skin, which is Scorpio energy. Page of Wands. There was one song by Shed 7, and I can't remember which one it was, and it was the only one that I ever really listened to and like. Can't think what that was. Old band, Shed 7. Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie. But Page of Pentacles. So, yo lot should be talking, but you're not. Well, I don't know. If you're talking, you're talking. People will know if they are. But presently, these are 2 pages. These are 2 brothers, 2 sisters, or clients, or people of interest. But they might not be talking. That's what I'm saying. There's possibilities out there. Because that's an ace, possibility, option. Option A, option B. Right? Here, 2 options, 2 people, 2 things, 2 brothers, 2 sisters. 2 options, 2 talk. You've got so many options. It's probably a life path number 1 that has so many options in life that they just missed them. Right? So this is, I miss you like crazy. Miss you like crazy. But there's a lot of thinking, but is there a lot of doing? Queen, because someone could be thinking about different people. I mean, Queen of Wands. Oh. Oh. Oh dear, what can the matter be? There's Libra-ish energy. I hate staying star signs because people think I'm picking on them and I'm not. But there's an energy here of a secret that is keeping someone awake at night. There's a lot within their mind that they're not revealing about something, that they're trying to hold all of that in to not say something. Okay, but you've got Libra energy. Because it's 2. Right? And it's stressing someone out. A mother is, or a fire sign. What's this 9 of? Because of possible third party, you've got Pisces as well. But keep an open mind with third party, third party information. See, that's what I'm saying. Someone's gathering information about third party information. I'm definitely seeing that there are other people here, guys. It's up to you. But someone's gathering information about a third party. So there's an interest of a third party that's around. That's what I'm saying. There's an energy here of around someone. But it all stems from a fire sign, which is Sagittarius to me. But because it is general, it's Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. The fire signs that you've got is Leo and Sagittarius. And Virgo. Stressing someone out about a Pisces though. 3 again. They got money on their mind, as more than likely. They're feeling good. This person here is holding everything in and back because they're feeling good. This person. Trust me when I say when people shut down and close down, it's because they do it to use their intuition, right? Very intuitive person is also the high priestess, right? Very in tuned with what they want, where they're going. That is also a king or queen. But whatever it is, for any king or queen, they're a king or a queen for 100% a reason of that they don't pay attention to things. They just cut energy off to manifest their dreams here, right? To what they want. And what you've presently got is where someone's thinking a lot about, but there might be other soulmates that are all being called in for work here, because this energy here is having an awakening and open for things, but there's no immediate action to stuff. There's no like there's possibilities of talking, but if you're not, then these are just missed opportunities or people or just things, and it's all occurring around a dream of wanting to but not, and blocking energies out, and possible distraction of a third energy. But that can also be home life or money. Is that in order to manifest your dreams, when people are in it that cause confusion, right, you can't fully manifest. Because people want or need something, or blame an energy and saying, why are you not doing something? Why are you not talking? Why are you not saying? Why can't we talk all the time? Why? Affects an energy, brings karma to them, and stops them manifesting this, right? So what you've got is that someone is closed down and shut off to the thought of like, well, if you're not speaking and you're not saying anything, then don't speak. I don't know what you're saying, right? Don't speak. I've got no idea what you're saying, and that's why we're not speaking. So I don't know. Is someone questioning someone, or even just thinking that they're questioning someone? I've got no idea. I'm getting slightly confused, Leo. That's your past. That's your present tense. Okay, there has been a lot of people not talking to a lot of people just lately through the readings. They just don't seem to be on the same wavelength of discussions. Okay, but we'll see. So what we're going to do is, like I said, clear this up. We'll look at your 1st to the 15th. And then we'll look at the partner, how they think, how they feel, how they're acting, what's going on in their life, and seeing if that story relates to you or not. Okay, so that will be only over on tier 2. For tier 2, also you get a free question and answer, the 6-month reading that will begin and come out on here, but the most of it will only extend, and that will only go to tier 2 if you want to watch it's not 6 months, 5 months that are left within the year. That will be coming out on here, but a brief part, and the rest of it will go to tier 2. The free question and answer, 1st to the 15th, and then also the 15th to the 30th that won't come out on over here. It will literally only go to tier 2 without anybody knowing. So if you're a part of that, there's a lot more things that you do get over there. Okay, but I have to keep the channel going, so we just kind of try and do a few things. Okay, but like I said, the majority of stuff just goes to tier 2. Okay, all right, guys. If you want a personal reading, anything like that, everything is in the description below in order for you to reach out. Skype calls, tarot card reading, whatever you like. Okay, all right, guys. Thanks very much. I hope you have a great 1st to the 15th, and see you soon.